This pitch fouled off, out of play. 1-2 now is the count.
Gore, my eyes are not very good. One of our guys are back here with the radar gun. Of course, again, first home game here, first home date. Usually have that set up and reading on the scoreboard, but I was trying to peek at one of our guys down here in the stands with it.
Big swing and a miss for strike three. Couldn't catch up with the high heat there. Nice location on that pitch by Whitley. And now
batting number
this will
9,
bring Reed Kent to the plate. That strikeout brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Find out what's next by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. So Kent to the plate, batting in the 3 spot, playing shortstop. Toss over to first, not in time. So Kent will dig in here. Another throw over to first, not in time. Paying a lot of attention over there to Pearl, who is typically in that leadoff spot, typically one of your more speedy guys in the lineup. There's a grounder and just by the first baseman, and that's going to get the runners on the corners here for the Indians. Clutch hit there by Kent.
Maybe that'll get him going for game 2 here. A tough game 1, reached on a couple of errors. Had a good day yesterday. Maybe that'll get him back going in game 2.
Now
so with no outs
14,
in the inning,
Bryson Jackson.
This is going to bring up Bryson Jackson, the catcher, for his first at-bat of the afternoon. Big-time opportunity here for the Indians to strike early. Runners on the corners. That pitch just missing. 4 ball. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, a little bit different for our hitters here with Laminack last game. Had a big looping breaking ball, a little sharper, tighter spin, more of a slider out of Whitley here.
That pitch high for ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. Again, if there's internet issues, we apologize. That's a big swing and a miss there by Jackson. We do appreciate everyone that's tuning in this afternoon. Hopefully, nice contingency of both teams. But, of course, a great crowd out today. We're talking about that in between games. Is good crowd out for both teams. Is a big swing and a miss there. 2-2 now is the count. We said it also, seating in the sun, a very big premium this afternoon. Unfortunately for Bevill fans, the sun is not a whole lot on their side of the field.
It's on the home side. Going with the home team today, Gore.
Throw over to first, not in time. We'll sit at 2-2. 1 out here in the inning. Jackson at the dish here for ICC. Runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up with the fastball there. And that will go for strike 3 and, I should say, go for out number 2. As second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the inning. If you like those SEC shorts that you saw throughout football season, you can visit RenaissanceNation.com. That's RenaissanceNation.com to see those. It's another throw over to first, not in time, as this is Brody Thompson, the DH, at the plate.
Yeah, another 2-out situation with runners in scoring position here. We were really good in game 1 with those. Let's see if we can start off the game here with another.
Well, right now the Indians just can't time up that fastball, as Whitley is buzzing that one by him. It's the high heat, not necessarily anything just down the middle, but if one of those, if the Indians could ever time up, is just going to be try to get them in a little bit of a rundown here. The throw is in time. So 2-6-4 on the putout of Kent. 2-6-2 to end the inning. We're scoreless. After 1, we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled it over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra. They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the second inning. No score here in Game 2 between ICC and Bevill. Indians won the first game of the day, 14-4 in 5 innings. Very similar, actually not very similar, the exact same thing they did in Game 1 yesterday at Bevill. As looks like Bryson Jackson...
Yeah, so
don't know if he got hit by
No, he reached up to catch that ball, Gore. I know he had a little shoulder issue back during the fall. They've been working through. I think he's been healthy and better. He kind of reached up to grab that ball, and I seen him kind of hesitate for a minute. And when Coach Lott walked out, I was wondering if something happened. So hopefully he's okay.
So we'll get set to start the second inning here.
Now batting number 22, Gage Wilson.
As it will be Wilson, Peters, and Simpson, the 5, 6, 7 batters due up here for the Bears in the top of the second. Shadows continue to stretch across Crescent Field here, swinging on the first pitch. Line drive out to center field, but no issue there as it was reeled in for out number 1. I'm going to list that as a line out to center versus a fly out to center because that was just hit on a rope.
It was a good read there by Gunn out in center field. He had a beat on it right from the get-go. Those plays are usually really tough when they're right at you like that.
So this is Nicholas Peters at the plate. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Again, we welcome those watching this afternoon, our friends from Bevill State tuning in. Hope you're doing well. And as always, the ICC family members that are checking in. That pitch missing for ball 2. If you're watching, hit us up on the app formerly known as Twitter, at Let's Go ICC, and we'll give you a little bit of a shout out a little bit later on in the contest. This pitch foul back off the netting. Strike 1 is the call. I'm Adam Gore, Colin Minga, bringing this action this afternoon. 2-1 is the count here to Peters. And that one just slides off the table a bit too soon. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, good. Jackson looks like he's fine. That's a good thing. Seems okay so far.
This pitch foul back out of play. Now the count will go full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Each team with a hit so far in the contest. Be a beautiful time for a Renaissance Bank strikeout. Instead, that one low, they said it did not commit. The batter kind of confused on whether to go or not. And they will give him first base, so that'll be a walk to Peters. First walk of the afternoon issued by Cagle.
Yeah, I don't think he went. Hard to make that call, especially two-man crew.
Yeah.
Left-handed hitter up. There's nobody down the line there at third.
And I'm with you. I don't feel like he committed. It's a snap throw over to first, not in time. Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. They're in the bottom of the fifth. St. John's River State, the number 3 team in the country, leading the number 12 Indians in softball 4-2. Those games going on down in Florida. That pitch high for a ball. 1-0 now is the count here to Cameron Simpson, the left fielder, batting in the 7th spot. Runner at first with 1 out. This pitch hammered but foul out of play towards the soccer field. And the count will now even up at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Breaking pitch just didn't quite get on top of that one to loop back in. It dips inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, this is a part of the order where in game 1, the Indians really did a great job of keeping the bottom of the order at bay. Need to do the same here. Don't need to give any more freebies. Make them earn it.
That one's going to be ball 3 now, so a little bit of a rough situation here for Cagle. Trying to battle through it here. Awaiting the 3-1 offering. And a walk. That one up high. So back-to-back walks issued by Cagle. So right now it's just one of those situations. Take an opportunity to walk off the mound, take a deep breath, and get refocused here as Landon Cherry, the catcher, coming to the plate here for the Bears.
Yeah, still 1 pitch away, Gore. 1 out. First and second here. Be a good time for a Little Caesars double play.
I like the way you think there. So the pitch on its way. Breaking pitch. Hammer to the shortstop. They're going to go for 1. Are they going to get 2? They are! Minga, you caught it. Let's head to Tunica if you're on top of the game that much.
Nice play there by Kent, and it helped having the catcher getting down the line as well. Hit slowly. Kent made a great play on that.
6-4-3 double play to end the inning. The Indians get out of the jam. We're still scoreless through 1.5. We'll take a break. It'll be Thompson, Graham, and Henriquez due up for the Indians in the bottom of the second.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it.
A Coke Zero and a smile.
We're Coke brand managers.
Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me. Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da 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 da.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We shift now to the bottom of the second inning. Brody Thompson, Cannon Graham, and Edward Henriquez due up here. 5, 6, 7 batters for the Indians. It was a Little Caesars double play that got the Indians out of a jam after back-to-back walks were issued. ICC flirting with disaster, but found a way coming through with that double play, which, by the way, Cullen Minga called right on top of it. As this pitch popped up a mile high here, foul territory, first baseman drifting over, runs out of real estate, and nope. You know, I'll say this, and so that means this very next pitch is going to happen Haven't had very many foul balls out in the parking lot today.
We have not. That's unusual. We've got a honors band competition going on here in the Davis Event Center with some local high schools involved with that, and parking lot is packed full.
So 0-1 is the count. Wow, that pitch called a strike. 0-2 is the count.
I messed up. That was Brody Thompson back up. That's fine.
As that pitch missing for a ball.
It was an out at home plate. Messed me up a little bit.
So 1-2 now is the count. And there's strike 3. Well, the umpire likes it up. As there's a couple of those that in the first game, those weren't getting called, so you got to adjust here early on. That is the third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game here for Whitley. Well, if Whitley's going to keep getting those calls, especially with that fastball he had earlier, he's going to have a pretty nice day.
He is, and he's staying around the top of the zone. He's been consistent in that, whether it be our guys chasing or getting that ball kind of between the letters and the belt.
So with 1 out, nobody on here, this pitch swung on, popped up, out of play for strike 1. Well, it's not a very dominant fastball, but I think he does a better job of varying his speeds.
He has so far. He's mixed it well. And again, the shadows, as we talked about earlier, is probably playing into that a little bit as well.
So 0-1 is the count with 1 out. That pitch outside for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss, especially the way you've been filling up the zone there. Couldn't get him to chase. 1-1 now is the count here on Graham. That pitch missing low and outside. 2-1 now is the count here to Graham. We're scoreless here in the bottom of the second. Game 2 between ICC and Bevill. That pitch up, but a little bit too much for the home plate umpire's liking. Now the count goes 3-1. Very few times that Whitley has fallen behind in a count here. So waiting the 3-1 offering. Off the end of the bat, it's going to find its way through. A little seeing eye single there. Off the bat of Graham.
Couldn't have placed that one any better.
Absolutely. As like we said, you just heard it come off the bat a little awkward there. And he was able to come through with that clutch hit.
Now batting, number 10, Edward
So now this will
Henriquez.
bring Henriquez to the plate for the Indians.
Graham's having himself a day.
Yeah.
And he's a couple of those, again, it's right spot, right time. But you'll take them any way you can get them.
So with 1 out and a runner on first, scoreless contest. They're going to check him over at first base. No real issue across the way. Henriquez come up with some clutch hits there in game 1. Be a great time for another one of those right here in game 2. And that time a little slider that chased away. 0-1 now is the count here to Henriquez. So Whitley, as we said, hasn't worked behind the count too often, as there's going to be a nubber up the middle. Could be a tailor-made double play, and it is. A Little Caesars double play to end the inning. So the return serve with a 6-4-3 double play to get the 3 up, 3 down, ending the unconventional way. We've played 2 here in Fulton. Still no score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza. Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading now to the top of the third inning. Still no score here in Game 2. Give you a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update, and maybe the first time ever we've done this, as it is going to be a little 8U baseball?
8U.
And the Tomahawks, well, had a little bit of a tough day in Game 1. They dropped Game 1 by the final score of 15-14, but a nice job bouncing back to pick up a 16-13 win, and rumor has it that Cam Case had quite the day at the plate in both games. So I'm pretty sure we'll probably get caught up with that on Thursday when we see him at basketball.
That's right. Dr. Case teaching him well.
There's a grounder to the third baseman. Slow roller. High throw, but a nice stretch and grab there. 5-3 on the putout. That was Craycraft at the plate for the Bears. So now we'll roll it back to the top of the lineup here with 1 out.
Glad we were able to get Craycraft out there with a couple of walks in Game 1. I had a little trouble at that 9 spot, but was able to get him to ground out there.
So 1 away and nobody on here. This is Drake McBride at the plate. That pitch comes in tight for a ball. He singled, but was left stranded in scoring position back in the first inning. So with 1 out, 1-0 is the count here. Shadows continue to extend. A little grounder to the shortstop. Nice job being patient. Steps into it. Throws it across for out number 2. So 6-3 on the putout of McBride. 2 up, 2 down. Quick inning so far here for the Indians. I apologize if I jinx that in this next at bat as Payne comes to the plate. He flew out to center field in his first at bat. That ball in the dirt. 1-0 is the count. Coach Andy Kurt dialing in saying the Tomahawks sound like they're playing some gorilla ball.
Some high-scoring games there.
Yeah. That pitch missing low and inside for a ball.
Well, you know the good thing about the 8U is still coach pitch. So you got to make sure, Jim is pitching it well. We don't need him carving up your own guys,
So that's the reason why you don't need to pitch in that 8, because that natural pitcher's mentality will come back, and you'll come back bragging about having 13 strikeouts against some 8-year-olds.
I'll tell you, Gore, it's pretty tough because you're in that 35, 40 feet zone there and trying to get it across just right, for each kid where they like it.
2 out walk issued there to Payne. Not only that, but if you have my type of luck, somebody like Cam will square one up, and I'll end up looking like
hit it right back at you.
I didn't look at the home plate umpire in Game 1.
Yeah, you definitely want to find the barrels. Don't want to miss them.
So 2 outs now at the walk. This will bring Baker to the dish. Snap throw over to first, not in time. Baker struck out looking for a Renaissance Bank strikeout in his only appearance so far. Another snap throw over to first. It's not in time. So 2 outs. Indians trying to find the exit here. Scoreless in the top of the third. That one clips the edge for a strike. Nice job coming back and finding the zone there by Cagle. So 0-1 is the count with 2 outs. Runner at first. And apparently guy has Colin Minga-like speed because they keep throwing over to keep him honest.
A lot faster than I am, Gorlas. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to put the runner in motion here with 2 outs. Give Baker a chance with a runner in scoring position.
0-1 pitch, and it's going to be a flare out to right field. Right fielder's going to go, and no, can't make the diving play. This will let 1 run score, and it's going to turn into a triple. Are they going to test the arm at the relay here? Nope, they're going to hold him up at third, and that's going to be a clutch 2-out hit there for the Bears. That was darned if you do, darned if you don't. Try to dive after that one. And it just dropped out there in front of the right fielder, Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl got a good read on that ball. Really tough play. Actually surprised that he got there and had a chance to make that play. Really close to making that play. Would have been a web gem for sure, but couldn't come up with the play there.
So a big-time strike there with 2 outs in the inning. That pitch on the outer edge, enough for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Derrett. He grounded out to second to end the first.
We talk about it a lot, Gore, but 2 quick outs and then a 2-out walk, and then it comes back to bite you there.
That pitch high, heck of a job there by Jackson to stretch up and catch that one. If it gets away, it scores a run. So now the count evens up at 1-1, 2 outs. Runner at third after that triple by Baker. I should say RBI triple. In the dirt, blocked up nicely. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Indians trying to find the exit. Derrett at the plate trying to take advantage of this RBI opportunity with the runner at third. Pitch coming. In the dirt. No. Struggling right now is Riley to find that zone. Almost looks like he's kind of forcing it a little.
Yeah, I think that was a changeup. Last 2 there, and he's just choked it straight into the ground. So
waiting the 3-1 pitch here. There's a breaking pitch, and it hangs up and outside, so that will be a walk. So walks kind of coming back to haunt the Indians. 4th walk of the game, 2nd of the inning. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs, and this is Wilson at the plate.
Yeah, Wilson lined out to gun and center and really squared that ball up last at bat.
That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on the corners here for the Bears. They lead it 1-0 after Baker's RBI triple scored Payne, who walked. A breaking pitch that just misses outside. Evens the count up now at 1-1.
Maybe Coach Andrew Elkins, assistant men's soccer coach, coming in here. Maybe he can bring us some good luck here and get out of this inning.
So work a little bit of magic for us here. We're waiting the 1-1 offering from Cagle. And let's send Coach Elkins back to the house as he hits him with the pitch. So now, bases loaded here. Prime opportunity for the Bears to spark a little bit of a 2-out rally. Like we're going to have a quick meeting on the mound as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded here for the Bears. 2 outs. And this is Nicholas Peters coming to the plate. He walked his last time up, was left stranded in scoring position. Swings on the first pitch he sees, and it's going to be popped out of play for strike 1. Had that quick meeting with Cagle on the hill, trying to just get him refocused here. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Hey, got to give a real quick shout out to my buddy Evan McCarthy, former ICC Indian, now up at I think it's Southern Illinois, playing some baseball. Pretty sure he's got some nice 70-degree weather up there today. Fellow Notre Dame fan as well. That pitch high for a ball, 1-2 now is the count. Yeah, that's the thing. Like softball's down at Florida. We couldn't get that trip.
Yeah, that's
need to talk to the
nice
SID.
weather down there.
Talk to the SID about that. That one fouled back. 1-2 now stays the count. 2 outs, bases full of Bears here. Indians trying to find the exit. Bears wanting to get the merry-go-round spinning here.
You know, we say the Mississippi weather, Gore, you know, if you don't like it, but just wait a day or two. You know, we've been fortunate with some better weather the last few days, and maybe it'll stay.
1-2 pitch, no, missing inside and low. Count evens up now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Bears leading 1-0 here in the top of the third in game 2. A hard hit ground ball, and it's going to get by a diving first baseman. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and the Bears will hold the third up at third base, and a clutch 2-out hit there again.
Yeah, left that one right over the middle of the plate. Peters did what he was supposed to with it there. Tough luck there for the Indians.
That walk and hit by pitch coming back to, or at least the walk coming back to haunt him. The hit by pitch is not coming around, but that might be it for Cagle. Indians trying to find the exit. Bears trying to keep the merry-go-round spinning. 3-0. Bears with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before.
The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the top of the third inning. There's 2 outs. Bears, I believe, have runners on the corners as we have a new pitcher in the game. And Minga, who's the new pitcher?
Will Lipscomb, sophomore out of Saltillo, Mississippi.
So Will replace Cagle. We can't close the book on him yet because the 2 runners on the bag still belong to Cagle in this situation. And Minga, of course, I know I reference you often, but coming in this situation here for Lipscomb, tough situation to come into with the bats heating up here for the Bears, but got to find that out here.
Got to find one more. We've got 2. That's a good thing. Runners at the corners here, put out the fire. That's part of coming in that relief role. And we talked about that earlier, but the mental side of that is critical coming into situations like these, being able to throw strikes and not let the moment get too big.
There's going to be a flare out to right field. Right fielder's going to give chase, and that's how it's done. 1 pitch, 1 out. Lipscomb coming in clutch there to put the fire out, as you said. I almost called you Brad, but Minga.
That's a compliment.
Yeah,
I'll take that as a compliment.
So the Indians will head to the bottom of the third with Pickens, Gunn, and Pearl due up. They trail it 3-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza. Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the third inning.
Number 32.
3-0.
Tyler Pickens.
Is your score after a 3-run top of the third there by the Bears, as Tyler Pickens, the left fielder, coming to the plate for the first time this afternoon. Swings on the first pitch he sees, fouls it back for strike 1. Standing on the trend of us talking between innings and telling everybody what we talked about, this home plate umpire, I like the first one better because I was only getting a minute and a half adds in, and Pickens hit again. He got hit in the first game, now hitting this one. But this one I'm almost getting 2 to 3 minutes worth of breaks. Sponsors loving it, don't get that wrong, but not moving along quickly.
Maybe it'll come out in our favor here. We were talking a little bit of a long inning there for Bevill. Maybe Whitley sitting in the dugout.
Number 25,
Maybe
Gunn.
get him off his rhythm a little bit and get a chance to put some hits and put some runs up here.
Trey Gunn coming to the dish now. Swings to the first pitch he sees. Fly ball out to right field. Right fielder giving chase. Long run, but it will get out of play for strike one. So Trey will come back after that one. It had the distance to get out of the ballpark, just couldn't quite squeeze it down the line. 0-1 is the count here to Gunn. He's playing in center field. He's made some nice plays out there in center field here in game two. Snap throw over to first, not in time. So Gunn will dig back in at the dish, working with a 0-1 count. Indians trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. That pitch at the knees, called a strike. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Runner at first here for the Indians. And Gunn couldn't catch up with the heat there. Whitley continued to be impressive. That is going to be his 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the afternoon.
Now batting, number 23,
Not bad when you face 9 batters and you strike out 4 of them.
He's been cruising so far. He did get back to the top of the order here. Maybe the second time through the order, seeing him again. Maybe Pearl can get this going.
Pearl walked in his first at bat. Snap throw over to first, not in time. He was left stranded after a unique 2-6-2 relay on the rundown attempt. Got the Bears out of the inning with no damage done. That pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first in Pickens, who was hit by a pitch. Shows bunt, that pitch outside. Ball 2. So 2-0 now is the count. That one in there for a strike.
Right down Broadway.
Yep. Don't get much prettier than that. It just had a little bit of inside tilt towards the batter. One of those, he don't make a whole lot of mistakes, so when he does, you got to make Whitley pay for him. Snap throw over to first. Pickens back with an out and issue. That one drifts high and outside. 3-1 now is the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. Indians trailing 3-0 here in game 2 to the Bears of Bevill State. And that one clips the edge for a strike. 3-2 now is the count.
You know, so far with the exception of Pickens and the hit by pitch, it's been our lefties that have reached base, with Pearl a walk and then 2 hits by Kent and Graham.
Snap throw over. Ball gets away, but not far enough for Pickens to head to second. So we'll sit at 3-2 once again. Not a whole lot of energy at the ballpark here in game 2. I know a lot of fans probably froze. Let's see. Get deeper into the evening here. Swing and a miss. Great location on that pitch. He knew he had to protect there, just couldn't come up with it. And that is going to be the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the evening
5, Houston
here
Green.
for Whitley, and that'll bring Green to the plate.
Yeah, that swing by Pearl there, I don't know if he was looking for something else. It was kind of a defensive swing. Kind of caught him off guard there. Good job again by Whitley.
He's got 5 of those Renaissance Bank strikeouts, and now the Indians hoping to see if they can do like the Bears and spark a little bit of a rally here. That ball gets away as he squared the bunt, then pulled back on it.
Like a little fake bunt steal.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Lott putting in play there. Got a runner in scoring position now.
See if the Indians can take advantage, come up with a clutch 2-out hit here from Green He struck out swinging in his first at bat. That pitch missing for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Reed Kent on deck for the Indians if Green were to find his way on. Snap throw back to second. Not in time. One of these days I'll quit switching from that original camera view to the wide view on those, as that is your best option to see the tag. 2-0 pitch. Ball lifted. It's deep. Is it got a chance? And it is gone! A 2-run home run off the bat of Houston Green. Minga, that one almost sounded like a jam job for a second. But Green able to send that one out of the ballpark.
Yeah, I thought it got in on him. Good job there, pushing it in the gap and look up. And, again, that wind kind of carried in the alleyways and how the ball plays here. And, good job by Houston there, being ahead in the count 2-0 and not missing that pitch.
Big-time clutch, 2-out hit. We saw it out of the Bears in the top half of the inning. The Indians come up with a clutch one
now
there.
Batting number 9,
3-2 now is the score, and this will bring Reed Kent to the plate. He singled, was thrown out when the Indians tried to get him in a rundown. Kent looks at that pitch, missing low for a ball. Well, that brought a little bit of life back to the ballpark here, as Indians now trail by 1. This pitch fouled off, out of play. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, big answer there, too. After giving up a 3 spot, put up 2 there, get right back in the game.
That was not the deepest part of the ballpark, but pretty close to it, as it was near that second tier, just a little bit off to the right of that second tier, but would have easily cleared the second tier, as it's 390 to center here, 365 to the gap, so that was well hit. 3-1 now is the count. Here to Reed Kent. Kent, he upset with himself there as he tried to pull back, and he's going to step out and take a deep breath here as he knows he chased a bad one.
Yeah, chase ball 4 there. That's what we were doing first time through the lineup, chasing that high pitch. We've done good this inning of laid off of that one there.
So that time he laid off, and he's going to trot down to first. Only the second walk of the game to 5 strikeouts for Whitley.
Now batting number 14,
let's see if the
Bryson
Indians
Jackson
might be able to get to Whitley here a little bit, as he's gone a little bit deeper in the pitch count this inning.
Yeah, let's see if we can take advantage of a 2-out walk, Gore.
So this is going to be Bryson Jackson coming to the plate. Struck out swinging to end the first, looking to redeem himself here. This is that first pitch outside for a ball. Time is taken. Not really sure what was said there as he come talk to the ICC dugout. Don't know if he maybe trying to call for a balk or something. I didn't see it. Is that pitch missing outside? 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, I missed that one. I'm not sure what.
So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs, and a runner at first for the Indians. Oh, big healthy swing, but a nice job of taking some pace off that fastball that time. 2-1 now is the count, as Jackson was trying to put that one in my backyard.
Yeah, either a good old BP fastball or a change there to try to mix it up.
Toss over to first, not in time. Three balls, or no, excuse me, 3-2 is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball, shortstop. No! Oh, laid it. And the Indians.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, man, Kent.
Just a tough break there. Kent makes the wide turn, comes up lame, and will limp to third base, and the Bears will get a gift there. That will count as a hit for Jackson, but unfortunately the inning will end after a 7-5 putout of Kent, who, as we said, made that wide turn and grabbed the back of his leg. Second time was in an ending an Indian with that injury, so hopefully nothing serious there. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more right after this.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Good news for the Indians. Kent able to come back out for defense. They were looking to make some changes, but Reed said, no, I'm going to battle through this. And so hopefully he is okay and able to play through here, as it will be the 8-9-1 batters due up here for the Bears. This will be Cherry at the plate. He hit into a inning-ending Little Caesars double play as he takes that first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, Kent hit the bag awkwardly coming around second, and I'm not sure if he tried to put the brakes on there and that got him, or when he hit the bag. But he definitely hit the bag awkwardly, similar to Butler in game one.
That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Cherry, Craycraft, and McBride scheduled up, and Liscombe quickly behind in the count here, 3-0. And I say it's been the struggle for the Indians here in game two is haven't really been pitching with the lead, or not pitching with the lead as in the run, but pitching with the having to pitch out of a hole, I guess you can say.
Yeah, getting ahead in the count. We always say early and often, we want to be the ones in control, and we've been behind in the count a lot here in game two.
That pitch in there for a strike at the knees. 3-1 now is the count, and that one's going to be fouled off. Now the count will go full at 3-2, so a nice job by Lipscomb. Battle back and force it full here. Sun continue to set. See the shadows of the press box and light poles stretching across Crescent Field. As this one fouled back, we'll sit at 3-2. So this is where if you're in the left field, you're liking being out there right now because you're in a bit of the shade, not having to look back in the sun. But if you're on the right side of the field, you already see the second baseman shielding his eyes. So anything hit to the right side could be an adventure. That pitch hangs up high for a ball. So a leadoff walk here issued to Cherry.
Now batting number 26, Hayden Craycraft.
And so now Craycraft will come to the plate. The shortstop batting in the 9 spot. He grounded out 5-3 in his only at bat so far. Going to show bunt, pull it back, take it for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here to Hayden Craycraft.
Yeah, Lampard definitely likes that ball a little more up. He has not called the ball at the knees down, some pitcher's pitch, as we like to say.
This one's going to be fouled off. 0-2 now is the count. I do want to go back and correct myself. As we went into the break, I said Jackson reached on a single. It's actually going to be E6 is what he reached on. for those of you that might be scoring at home. So 0-2 now is the count here to Craycraft. He's going to show the bunt, and they're going to toss over to first to see if he was going to stick with it or pull back on it. He stayed with it, but it's probably one of those you're like, they're going to throw to first and test me on this.
Yeah, 9-hole up here. Looks like they leaving the bunt on. Curious to see if they'll still ask him to sack.
And this time he holds off on the pitch. 1-2 now is the count as that one fell in the basement a little bit too soon. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. That pitch in there for strike 3. Clutch. Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Gets Craycraft looking. He didn't like it, but I'm just going to say this, folks. The umpire has been consistently up in the zone today with his strike calls, and that one gets strike 3.
Yeah, he definitely didn't like that pitch, but right on cue. As you said, Gord, umpire's been calling those balls up, and fortunate to get that one there. Give us another shot here and getting out of the inning with a Little Caesars double play.
Well, you called one earlier. Can he call another one? As this is McBride coming to the dish. He's 1 of 2 on the afternoon with a single and grounded out to short at his most recent at bat. Couldn't check his swing there. His swing and a miss. 0-1 is the count now to McBride. McBride playing in left field. We're waiting the 0-1 pitch here. That one in the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Jackson. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, really good job there by Jackson. It's not just blocking it up, but being able to bounce back with that runner at first and not give up that extra bag, put him in scoring position.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here. Toss instead over to first. Not in time. Seen a lot of those today. Everybody chunking over there at first.
We have had a lot of those. I haven't been keeping account of those, but it's quite a few. Should have at this point.
Yeah. Breaking pitch slides in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. That'd be your job going forward for all baseball games. Even if you're not on the mic, you got to count how many times they throw over to first.
We're going to keep a running tally for the year.
So waiting a 1-2 pitch here. That one just missing low. So he said the umpire don't like them downstairs, prefers them upstairs. 2-2 now is the count.
You're asking me to give justification for that rule change we talked about earlier, like the MLB, right?
100%. 2-2 pitch. This one hit hard, lifted deep left field. See you later, and my goodness. He absolutely pimped that one as he slung the bat 2 stories in the air and a 2-run home run. Off the bat of McBride.
Yeah, Lipscomb tried to go back to the breaking ball there, and he definitely hung that one right in the wheelhouse.
He got all of that one. Left fielder just turned around and watched it go.
Now batting number 5.
A big answer there. Answers to 2 runs that the Indians put up in the bottom half of the inning. And so a 2-run home run off the bat of McBride. And now this will bring Payne to the plate. And that first pitch across for a strike. Nice job there by Liscomb coming back and putting that one over the dish. So waiting the 0-1 offering here. Swing and a miss. He was trying to put that one in the football field. Comes up empty. 0-2 now is the count as Payne is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. He has scored a run. And now time is taken. And so called a ball as he said he took too long to deliver the pitch there. Didn't really seem like anything was taking longer than normal on the pitch.
Pretty quick. I know they've been more.
If that's the case, I'm going to call a balk on the or a ball on the umpire in between innings. So now 2-2. That one missing at the knees. 3-2 now is the count. You just got to shake it off if you're Will in this situation and just go back and get after the batter. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away. The throw down, is it going to be in time? It is. Clutch job there by Jackson. So he does get the Renaissance Bank strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. That's a lot tougher because he had to throw, avoiding the runner who was in the lane, rightfully so, but didn't panic. That was the key to it. Stayed smooth and got the out for out number 2, and now this will be Baker at the plate. He had a triple his last time up and eventually came around to score, part of that 3-run third inning. Takes that first pitch low for a ball. That one missing low and outside. 2-0 now is the count here to Baker. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 5-2 is the score in favor of Bevill. Check swing, foul ball. 2-1 now is the count. So the Indians trying to find the exit here with a 2-1 count and 2 outs. 2 runs on the board so far here this inning. That pitch goes high. 3-1 now is the count here to Baker. And a walk. Well, the Indians continue to struggle throwing the ball from the mound, if you will, as this will be a slow roll out here. Second walk of the game issued there by Liscombe. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another pitching change here for the Indians. Third of the evening. Scott Green will check in to pitch here for ICC. His first pitch popped up on the infield. First baseman calling everyone off and will come in and make the play. Second time the Indians have gone to the bullpen, then able to get the immediate out on the next pitch. Well, Colin will keep it here since we just went to a break. They get two more runs on the board here, do the Bears. Indians bats, they were hot. I think they had 12 hits in the first game, but only 2 here. Still can't seem to figure out the riddle that is Will Whittle. And I did not mean to rhyme that.
Gore, we've struggled again. We've talked about it on the mound. It starts on the mound. We need some zeros. Hopefully Scott can come in, put up some zeros here the next couple innings, give our bats a chance to answer. And we just got to keep battling and seeing pitches. Hopefully we can get Whitley's pitch count up and get into their bullpen at this point.
So let's just talk about that for a minute. As a pitcher, like Will's been able to toss right now, he's in a groove. He's been able to get some going. He's got some run support behind him. You know, you being that former pitcher as well, you know, what's your mindset coming in this late right here? Just fill it up and keep your pitch count to a minimum?
Yeah, and he's done a great job of that so far. Pitch count, keeping it down. He's worked fast, and we honestly haven't had a lot of action on the bases with the exception of the runner in scoring position there in the first. And then with Pickens there, but both situations was with 2 outs. So, again, Green with the big home run there, but that came with 2 outs as well. So trying to get some action early and playing good baseball here, and getting some people on and being able to do that without having to have that big 2-out hit. And obviously those are crucial to being really good and putting runs on the board. But hopefully we can grab a few without having to get to that point as well.
5, 6, 7 batters due up here for the Indians. Thompson, Graham, and Henriquez. And the Indians, these are the guys that can get it started. They got some bats that can swing it well here, but it's got to start now if you're the Indians. You're starting to run out of outs.
Yeah, running out of outs here. Bottom of the fourth. Don't have to have them all back at once, but like we said, trying to string together some good at bats here and see if we can get into their pen.
Thompson struck out looking in his only at bat so far in the contest. Looks at that pitch, and it's going to clip the corner for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here to the DH Thompson. That one, he's been getting that outer edge, but not quite that much of an outer edge. 1-1 now is the count. Lights are on here at Crescent Field. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Challenge anyone to find a better ballpark at night. When the lights are on here at Crescent Field, you get those unique sunsets off the waterway. As that pitch looked pretty good, but called a ball. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. There's going to be a flare out to right field. Right fielder going back, and he finds it last second as he was kind of dancing around out there in right field. So Thompson flies out for out number 1.
Hey, he flipped those hips around, of course, with the sun, and it kind of kept pushing towards the right field line there. Thought it might be trouble there for a minute, but good job by the right fielder there.
Now batting
staying
for
with
Indians,
that.
number 7, Cannon.
So this brings up Graham to the plate. He is 1 for 1 on the day with a single. He was part of a Little Caesars double play that ended the second inning. So the Indians trying to find anything to spark the bats here, but yeah, Whitley still tough to figure out. It's that first pitch in there for a strike.
You know, Gore, we used to say it'd be a good time for the rally geese fly over, but the last couple of years we haven't had a lot of showings out of the rally geese. We've had some osprey fly by.
Well, I'll tell you where the geese are. They're out at the lake. Those things are mean.
So they moved over. That's what it is. They've changed locations.
See if I can get my neighbor's dog to get them fired up to fly over. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. The 6th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Will Whitley. He's just look. There's some days you come to the ballpark, you're feeling good, you're feeling it, you're
Now
playing
batting
well.
for your Indians, number
Whitley's
10,
just in that type of
Edward
zone.
He's in a groove right now, and we haven't been able to string anything together to get him out of that.
So Henriquez will come to the plate. Swings on the first one he sees. Shortstop, backhanded grab, throw across the way in time.
Nice play.
3 up, 3 down. Go the Indians. As you said there, very nice play. Made it sound a lot easier than it actually was. We played 4 in Fulton. ICC trails at 5-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesar's new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I just issued a warning to the home plate umpire after he called a pitch clock violation earlier. Well, it's going to be an umpire violation from now on, as he likes to take his time in between innings. 5-2 is the score here in Fulton. Indians trailing the Bears here in Game 2. If you're just now joining us, ICC picked up a 14-4 win in Game 1. But this has been the Will Whitley Show here in Game 2, as that one fouled out of play for strike 1. He has dealt 6 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. He's only given up 3 hits, one of those being a 2-run home run to Houston Green. That's just the difference in the situation right now. That pitch missing low for ball. Scott Green on the hill here for the Indians. 1-1 is the count. The Bears have 4 hits, but one of them being an RBI triple, a 2-run home run, and then a 2-run single. So they've had the runners on the bags, and when they have them, they've been able to take advantage. Pop up, left field, center, shortstop, though, gets it, and that's going to be an out. So I don't know if there was just a little bit of a failure to communicate out there or what, or maybe Reed just stuck with it.
Not sure if Pickens seen it, Gore. He was pointing, and it almost looked like he didn't see it, and Reed had stopped for a minute thinking Pickens was going to call him off, and then thankfully he stayed with it.
So now with 1 out in the inning, pitch missing inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. We've said it, and we'll continue to talk about it, hopefully not much longer after this, but the Indian pitching staff today, they've just struggled getting ahead in the counts early.
They have, Gordon, and talking about the hits that Bevill has had, they have taken advantage of the opportunities and give up free base runners there. They've got a good job, done a good job, of timely hitting and driving those runs in.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2 now is the count here to Peters. He is 1 for 1 on the day with a 2-run single. He's also walked. So looking for the 1-2 pitch here. Grounder, foul, and we'll sit at 1-2 once again. Well, again, those games on Tuesday, originally scheduled to be on the road. For right now, scheduled to be back here at ICC. This will be against Dyersburg. So that pitch high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, we're in this time of year, Gore, February. I think you said it with the calendar. It's full. Spring sports getting started and basketball still going. Of course, high school events and band, as we have here going today in the event center. Thankfully, we have a great admin and who allows us to continue to upgrade facilities and things of the such and get people on campus for these things.
There is strike 3, and Peters not liking that call.
Now batting number 3.
As he will go down looking at the strikeout, the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Green. Been a few of those today from both teams that not necessarily liking the strike zone here in game 2, but as we said, he's consistently called that on that outside corner, and he stuck with the call there. And as Steve Diffie down at Holmes likes to say, at the end of the day, all that matters is consistency, even if they're being inconsistently consistent.
That's right. At least you know, for the most part, what to expect.
Yeah, and that's been the case today. He had a great game behind the plate in game 1. Great game behind the plate here in game 2. As we said, it's just been consistent. You may not necessarily agree with the calls, but the calls have been the same for both teams.
That's right.
And that's what you want. That pitch, got a piece of it, but fouled it back. 2-1 now is the count. As this is Simpson at the plate. 0 for 1 today with a walk. He flew out to right in his most recent at-bat. That pitch, going for that outer edge, just didn't quite get it enough. 3-1 now is the count. So waiting the 3-1 offering here from Green. Runs it inside, and it's going to be a walk.
Yeah, and that's, again, just we're talking about consistency and inconsistency here. 2 quick outs there by Green. Looked really good, and then give up a 2-out walk. Those are the types of things that as a coach and a pitching coach especially make you scratch your head. Hopefully he can work through this here at the bottom of the order.
So this will bring Cherry to the plate. He is 0 for 1. Grounded into a double play. He walked, but eventually came around to score. As there's a shot up the middle, and his throw across the way. Is it in time? It is. Beautiful play there. Great recovery as the second baseman couldn't get it, but Reed Kent coming through is showing why he's the stopper he is there at shortstop. We'll take a timeout and be back with the bottom of the inning, bottom of the 5th, right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen. With a team of hosts like no others, join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Having to knock on the window to get the home plate umpire's attention, reminding that we're playing baseball today. That's, again, another extended exchange during the innings.
Number 32, Tyler Pickens.
So the Indians got to find some bats here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning.
put up a 0 there in the top half, Gore. So maybe we can get a crooked number here, get right back in the game.
It's Pickens, Gunn, and Pearl scheduled up. Pickens looks at that first pitch high for a ball. Being a big ball game going on tomorrow. Something called the Super Bowl. Who you got?
I'm a Saints fan, Gore. Unfortunately, I hate to admit that the way they've been recently, but I don't watch a ton of NFL games other than that,
either.
but I try to kind of keep up with scores playing fantasy football. And
how'd you do in fantasy football this year?
It was okay. I think I finished 4th or 5th, maybe 6th.
Yeah, I think you finished 4th. Who finished 3rd in front of you in our league?
I'm guessing that's you since you're asking.
Yeah, it was. You did win it one year, though.
I did.
There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. I won it the first year. As that is the 7th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day.
That's the impressive part about the what the Patriots did back in the day with Tom Brady is, they say all the time, it's hard to win one, but it's really hard to win multiple.
Yep.
I like the Patriots defense. I think they're young. Their offense is not quite as good as Seattle, so I'm curious to see.
Hit by pitch is that one just nips the jersey of Gunn. So the Indians, what you got to do, you just got to get people on the bases.
That's
to
right.
Get back in this one.
That's right.
Now up to bat for your Indians.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks are a little better on the offensive side of the ball, and they are solid defensively. They wouldn't be in the Super Bowl if they weren't. But I'm curious to see the matchup with the Patriots defense, how they played this year. They've been really solid on that side of the ball, so I think it'll be a really good game.
I'll tell you one person that is absolutely loving the game where it's being played right now as that pitch runs inside for a ball. It's our former soccer coach, ICC Hall of Famer Mike Sullivan. He's a Seattle fan, hates the 49ers with extreme passion. So he has got the opportunity to not only see his team win a Super Bowl, but he can watch it being won on the 49ers field with his team's name painted in the end zone. So, if the Seattle wins it, that'll be a little extra sweet there for Sully. Now, I will say I made my pick at the beginning of the playoffs, actually a week or two before the playoffs, as that pitch in there for a strike. A guy by the name of Cal Brown and Raphael Henry, they laughed at me when I made this pick. The Patriots was my pick from the get-go, so I'm going to have to stick with them.
You're sticking with the Patriots.
Sticking with them.
I was about to say I may have to lean with the Seahawks just because of Sully. I did not realize that about Sully being a huge Seahawks fan. So
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I really don't care because I don't really keep up with the NFL that much. But yeah, if I had to pick, it would be for Sully and his Seahawks to win in San Francisco, just to make it a little extra sweet.
That's right.
That pitch missing for a ball, 2-1 now is the count. But the ultimate question is, what you cooking for the Super Bowl?
That's a really good question because I thought about doing some wings, and weather's supposed to be nice tomorrow.
I was thinking some wings myself. That's unfortunately something we don't have in Fulton. Just to have somebody that can cook some good wings.
Maybe somebody's listening on the broadcast. We can get a good wing place in here.
Coupe de Ville like they used to have back in the day in Oxford.
That's right. Skybox in Saltillo, they have some really good wings. Used to hit Skybox up a lot.
Neither one of those are sponsors, so let's don't talk about
that. Okay.
The best place to get wings in Fulton is Little Caesars.
They have wings?
They have wings.
I did not know that.
You need to go try them out. Hey, there you go.
I will have to try them.
We'll make it a point. We'll grab a Little Caesars pizza, some wings.
There we go.
Then we'll have to go buy some Coke products.
You got me curious now with the wings from Little Caesars. I did not know they had them. I will have to try them.
That pitch high for a ball, 3-2 now is the count. This is Pearl at the plate as we're talking about chicken wings and the Super Bowl.
Maybe someone from Skybox was listening and they can be like, they'll jump on as a sponsor
absolutely.
Now. Maybe
There's a dribbler up the middle. Oh, look what I found. And that's just been the type of day it has been for Will Whitley. He just stuck his glove out there, found it, looked to go to second, didn't have the play wisely, gets the for sure out. 1-3 on the putout. And now this will be Houston Green coming to the plate. They'll have a meeting on the mound here for Green. Comes to the dish. He had that 2-run home run the last time up. But yeah, anybody's listening from Skybox, we'd love to talk to you about a sponsorship. Because one thing I do is when we do have a sponsor, I make sure that's who I spend my money with.
That's right.
And if you look at me, I can put some wings down so I can put some money in your pocket.
We do enjoy food. That is the one thing, is always circles back to any road trip we get on, we have to plan out our meal.
It's the reason why I don't get to go on road trips with you guys. That one I went to on football, as soon as they set our food down, we had to go because it's in poor Mr. Jim. I mean, I'm talking about they just put his food in front of him, and they had to box it up and get it to go.
I was about to say, did you put a stopwatch on him to see how fast he ate it? And
well, you know, Mr. Jim, he would have been like, all right, even though I spent $30 on a meal, I'll go. But we were able to take care of Jim in that situation. So with 2 outs in the inning, runner at second, Indians trailing 5-2. This is Green, who had that 2-run home run out to right center in his last at bat, trying to dig in here and see if he can make something happen for the Indians. Swings on that one, fouls it off. Strike one.
I'm curious here, Gore. So they met, but then the center fielder come in after what Green did last at bat. So maybe that's why.
And there's a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there once again for Whitley. He is dealing today, folks. He's got 8 of them. Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Find out why at renaissancebank.com. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesar's new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC.
Welcome back. New pitcher in the game here for the Indians. Brody Thompson, and his first pitch was across for a strike. Second pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Indians, this is the 4th pitcher of the game for them. That went in there for a strike. And I tell you what, Thompson, he's working with purpose.
Filling it up. Thompson, freshman out of Morville. His dad's a high school coach there, Derek Thompson. Really good program there. He does a great job with them.
Yeah, Morville's won a few baseball games over the years, to say the least. It's that pitch missing low and outside. 3-2 now is the count. Thompson, the fourth pitcher of the day for the Indians. As there's going to be a ground ball to second. Glove throw over in time for the out, 4-3. So that will retire Craycraft. And now we go back to the top of the lineup, and Drake McBride, boy, he really changed the complexity of the game in his last at-bat as he absolutely tattooed a home run out to left center. One of those no-doubters that we're used to seeing off the bat. So guys like Will Verdong, former Indian now in the minors. Evan McCarthy had one or two of those back in his day. And
Tyreek Reed,
Dustin Lund, Colin Minga, Rick Collier.
Definitely not Colin Minga, but Coach Collier could still do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not calling Coach Collier old by any means, but
you're just calling him old.
He still could put one out of here. You know, that was the running joke when we were here, and still, even when the last couple of years in coaching, he was going to jump in with BP at some point.
Yep.
Or an inner squad, and he was going to put one in the gap. It wasn't anything for him to still be able to swing it a little bit.
2-2 pitch missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. Again, we invite you to visit letsgoicc.com to keep up with ICC baseball throughout the season. And that's going to be a walk to start the inning.
That looked good from here.
They look pretty good. And it's been one of those, the umpire's been giving that zone, but didn't necessarily give it there. So a leadoff walk, and going to have a quick meeting here with Thompson. We'll keep it here. But, yeah, Indians going to have to figure something out on the mound as we're just struggling today. And it's not necessarily that. It's just been the fact that we haven't been ahead early. So we're putting ourselves in bad situations, having to throw those predictable pitches in the predictable situations.
That's right. And looking back at the hits that we've given up, they have been when we've been behind in the count, full count, behind in the count, and giving up those hits. And then you mix in those walks and hit by pitches in there, and it's a recipe to all those runners on base. Eventually, they're going to come back and bite you, and they have so far.
Well, Colin, I retired from baseball back in 1989 as a Bruce Blue Jay. So I don't really have a lot of baseball playing knowledge. But you are a collegiate pitcher, pitched at a very high level of college baseball during some very competitive games. But I want to ask what seems like a simple question as that ball gets away and the runner will head to second, possibly third, but they're going to hold him up at second. But when you're out there in live action, I mean, anybody can throw a pitch at any given time. You know, somebody can be sitting at home right now asking the same question sarcastically, but how hard is it in a game when you're in a tight situation, you're down 5-2, nothing really going your way? How hard is it to throw strikes?
I think and a lot of people don't understand this, and at all levels of collegiate baseball, they think, you know, really good high school player, things come easy for them a lot of times. And then, of course, you've got a lineup that really in high school, you know, you're top 3 or 4, and then you can kind of set it on cruise control maybe towards the bottom, and that's not the case with these college lineups. And you're facing the best around the area, and 1 through 9 most of the time are solid. So you've got to stay locked in. I think the mental side, again, we've talked about that a lot. It is just staying consistent and staying locked in. And people say, well, how can you look good for 2 hitters, 3 hitters in a row or more, and then all of a sudden can't find it? And that's $1 million question.
Yeah.
If we had the answer.
Well, no, I asked that because, I mean, you know, a typical fan, you know, sitting at home, just throw a strike, you know. It's a lot easier said than done. It's basically what you're trying to say in that situation.
Absolutely. Game speeds up. You got a lot of things going through your mind. Not just throwing over the plate, but obviously especially with runners on base. And
so the count goes 3-1 now. There is 1 out and a runner at second here for the Bears. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 3-2 now is the count. It's one of those I always see, you talk about the people on Twitter and social media talking about how they can do this, should do that. Jump out there and give it a try is what I'd like to say.
That's right.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there for Thompson.
Gresham Baker.
Yeah, a lot of things people don't think about, and just looking here. You're taking signs from second base, shortstop, who's covering the bag with that runner at second. It's easier now. Used to, catcher was giving the signs. We have the technology now that pitch is coming in on the call. So whether it be the wristband and not having to go to signs with the technology, that helps. But you're still giving looks, trying to change that up, hold the runner at second. You don't want to give up those free bags. There's a lot more that goes into it than just trying to throw it across the plate.
1-0 is the count. This pitch foul back and out of play. Evens things up now at 1-1. So Thompson on the hill here. The runner at second. That is McBride, who walked and got over there after a throwing error on a pickoff. 1-1 pitch. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time. Ball gets away, but not far enough to allow the runner to advance. And I'll tell you what.
I thought that was strike 3, Gore. I thought we were going to have a chance at us. That should have ended the inning, but.
No, he did call it a strike. It was strike 2.
Okay. You're right. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Getting ahead of myself here.
I was just amazed by the speed of McBride. And there's going to be a shot, and out to left field. It's going to drop. And then it gets away from the left fielder, and that's going to allow the run to go to second. So a single and an RBI. Advance on E7. The error is coming back to haunt the Indians. As now it's 6-2, Bears with the lead.
Again, another walk that ends up scoring. So it's been the name of the game so far in Game 2 for the Indians, unfortunately.
Coach Lott going to make the slow stroll to the mound, and we'll have another change coming up here. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it. A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New pitcher in the game, Wilson Rodriguez, entering here for the Indians. Where's he from?
Rodriguez is a freshman from Saltillo.
This pitch is going to be hit down to the gap, and this will score another run for the Bears. So a clutch hit there as Durrett comes in with an RBI single.
Now batting number 22.
Now the Bears just starting to tee off on things.
Yeah, we're hoping for another one pitch, one out again. We have done that well today with the relievers coming in.
Well, 2 outs have not been the friends of the Indians here in game 2. That pitch burns the outside edge for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Again, come back Tuesday. That game was originally scheduled to be on the road, but now will be at home. This pitch fouled out. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, 3 straight lefties in the order here for Bevill. I think they were thinking bring a lefty in, play the matchup here with Rodriguez.
0-2 pitch. Popped up. Could be trouble. Third baseman going back and makes the play. Unfortunately, out of the view there as he kind of overran it. And Henriquez now coming up limping after he kind of had to awkwardly go back and make that play. But the Indians finally get out of the inning, but not before 2 more runs put on the board by the Bears. 7-2 is your score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen. With a team of hosts like no others, join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it.
A Coke Zero and a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero adds life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Reed Kent to start things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Indians. They trail at 7-2, and it's still the Will Whitley show as he dials in again. That one in there for a strike, and we've talked about it. You know, we said the Indians have kind of struggled getting ahead of counts. Well, Whitley has not struggled in that department a couple of times, and the Indians have made him pay, but for the most part, he's just been cruising today.
He has been. Looked really good. You know, early in the year, you're always curious to know how long they're going to let these guys go, getting that pitch count up like we talked about earlier and trying to get in the bullpen. But he's been cruising, still around 75 pitches here. So
that one on the outside, missing 2-2. Not a bad spot to miss. He's got a couple of guys chasing some pitches in that area earlier today. that one outside, 3-2 now is the count here to Kent. It's been a unique day for Kent. He has reached on a single, got thrown out 2-6-2 in a rundown situation, and he draws the walk trying to get the guys fired up there. He walked in his last at bat with rounding second, kind of came up lane and got tagged out to end the inning. Both those plays into the inning for the Indians. So now ICC trying to find some life here.
Number 14, Bryson Jackson.
Curious to see if Coach Lotto pitch run for him here, knowing the situation. I think he's talking to him there, trying to communicate with him, asking him if he's good.
So this will be Jackson coming to the plate. You know, Jackson can make it really easy on him if he would just lift one and put it out of the ballpark. That way Kent can just jog around the bases.
That's right.
1-0 is the count here to Jackson. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at first for the Indians. They trail at 7-2 here in game 2 after winning the first game of the day, 14-4. That one, guess ran up a little bit too high for the umpire's liking. Borderline pitch going the way of the Indians. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Kent started the inning off with a walk. Jackson at the dish. Looks at that one. It goes outside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count.
This is the 3rd time we've got the leadoff runner on. First inning was a walk by Pearl, and then Pickens in the 3rd there reached on a hit by pitch. So Kent with the leadoff walk here. Let's see if we can string some stuff together.
That pitch gets away, so Kent, you can notice he is hobbling down to second. And so that's going to be back-to-back walks there as that pitch got away. But not really a whole lot to worry about there. And I think we probably are going to have a new runner coming in at second as Coach Lott's going to come out and talk to him. But, he had a very noticeable hitch in his giddy-up, if you will, going from first to second. So Coach Lott going to come out and talk to Reed. And I tell you what, we talked about those kids that got that bulldog mentality inside of them, don't ever want to come out of a game. That's how you describe Reed Kent.
He doesn't want to come out. He's lobbying to stay in right now, but I think Coach Lott he's trying to confirm, make sure he's okay, especially the way he looked going down to second there. So
they're going to continue the conversation out there. We do want to remind you of some of our other sponsors, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Bank Oklahoma, Max Home right here in Fulton and Sulligent, Alabama, and then your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance agent, Brandon Poland, all proud to sponsor tonight's action here on the ICC Sports Network. And so now the other coach is going to come out and talk to his pitcher. So let's hear another list of all those sponsors.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get reset here. This is Brody Thompson coming to the dish. Looks at that first pitch in there for a strike. So a lot of break in the action there. Whitley dials back in, throws strike one. Runners at first and second here for the Indians. That pitch in the dirt. 1-1 now is the count. The Indians trying to see if they can Do what the Bears did the other day in Game 2 when they had a late game rally to come back and pick up that walk-off victory. That pitch inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runners at first and second here for the Indians. That one missing outside. So the Indians being much more patient at the plate now, especially with Whitley struggling for the first time in the evening.
Starting to labor a little bit, Gore. Got to be a perfect pitch here for Thompson.
Stands in and takes that one high. Now the bases will be full of Indians here after 3 straight walks. He only had 2 walks coming into this inning for the entire game. Now has walked 3 straight.
Now,
and the
batting
Indians,
for your Indians, number 7,
boy,
Cannon Graham.
This is the guy. I mean, he had a good game. Yes, he's 1 of 2 with a strikeout here, but this is a bat that you don't mind being at the plate in this situation if you're an ICC fan.
That's right.
I try to say that without jinxing him, basically.
I'm surprised they're leaving Whitley in here. I think that shows what we talked about earlier, trying to get in the pen. They're trusting that he can work through this, but there's another ball high for ball 1.
There is some action down there, so don't know how long they've had somebody in the pen. 1-0 is the count. Bases loaded here for the Indians. Pitch nearly hits him. 2-0 now is the count here to Graham, the second baseman.
You can tell Whitley's body language. He's really starting to labor out there for sure.
And that one runs inside. 3-0 is the count. Yeah, you can kind of see his shoulders. You know, he had that confidence poise earlier with the shoulders back. Well, now they're kind of hunching forward in this situation. So you feel like the red light will be on here for Graham. It is, and he takes strike 1.
Again, same situation here Thompson had. It's got to be perfect swinging here.
So 3 balls, 1 strike, no out. Bases full of Indians. Grounder, first baseman gets it. We'll have the fielder's choice at home. Then they come back to first. Is it in time? It is not. And so a smart heads-up play there on the fielder's choice. 3-2 of the putout of Kent. Even if Kent was healthy, he wasn't going to run that one out.
Number 22, Jack Howell.
And so we may have a new batter coming in here. It's going to be Howell batting in place of Henriquez. So getting that exchange made there with the home plate umpire.
So I hate to say this, but again, going back to the play to end the inning, you know, we noticed Henriquez come up limping a little bit. So don't know if this is just a switch or if something happened there. Hopefully he's okay.
Hopefully that's not a situation. 'Cause we've seen 3 injuries today on the Indians, and they've all been untimely. Never that an injury is a good thing, but untimely in the contest. So 1 out, bases loaded here for ICC. Howell at the plate. That first pitch high and outside for a ball. So the Indians have a late game rally in them. Needs to start now. Whitley has struggled of late, but he's been solid before. 8 strikeouts on the day. That one hit him. So the Indians will get a run home on the hit by pitch. And that's what you call doing your job. You want to come in there and make something happen one way or the other. That is the second hit batter over the last 2 innings, and that might be it for Whitley. Slow stroll to the mound here for the skipper from Bevill State. We'll take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again, with passion burning in my veins.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen. With a team of hosts like no others, join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Batting for your Indians, number
New
32,
pitcher in the game here.
Tyler
I'm
Pickens.
a little suspicious on this. I think somebody that's watching the game back home in Bevill has said, hey, the commentator had a struggle saying this guy's name in game one. Let's see if we can get him messed up again. Cale Tittle.
That's
re-entering here as he pitched to one batter in game one, so he's going to enter here to see if he can make something happen for the Indians as that pitch in there for a strike. There's one out in the inning. Bases loaded here. Indians got a hit by pitch to Howell to push across a run, and this is going to be Pickens at the plate. That pitch high and outside, 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Indians trying to get the merry-go-round spinning here in the bottom of the 6th. This one fouled off out of play towards the parking lot, and just lands between a couple of vehicles out there. So one thing that Dr. Boggs and I like to keep account on throughout the year is how many vehicles are hit throughout the season so far. None. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Just couldn't catch up with the fastball that time by Pickens. And so now, with 2 outs in the inning,
for the Indians, number 25, Trey
this will
Gunn.
be Trey Gunn coming to the plate. Trey was hit by a pitch and has struck out. So it'll be an opportune time for him to come in with a clutch hit here for the Indians. 2 away, bases loaded here for ICC. That pitch outside, heck of an effort there by the catcher, Cherry, to go out and keep that one from going to the backstop and allowing a run to score.
Had clutch 2-out hits in game 1. Let's see if we can do that again here in game 2. Good time to start.
So waiting the 1-0 pitch here. Gunn looks at that pitch low. Snap throw down to first is not in time. Luckily, the first baseman was not really covering the bag because we had a pretty healthy lead over there at first. Not anticipating that snap throw down, so Indians dodge a bullet there. 2-0 to count to Gunn. Gunn blasts this one center field. Deep center fielder's going to go, and it's going to be off the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. 3 runs will score. Gunn going to turn it into a triple. How do you do, Indian fans? Big time hit there for Trey Gunn. Bases clearing triple off the wall in center field. Well, you knew the center fielders was burnt in that situation because that one was absolutely blistered. I tell you what, if he puts that one towards left center, right center, it's out of the ballpark.
We got a tie game. Any other part of the park for sure. He didn't miss that one, but it was just dead center.
So now this will be Pearl coming to the plate here. Stands in, takes that first pitch in there for a strike.
A little curious there, Gore. Make Tittle stop there. A little quick. Could have been a balk.
That pitch outside for a ball. He does have a very unique delivery.
You know, we talked about that when he came in game one. That very first pitch that he threw, he's slowing it down now.
There's going to be a foul ball down the first base side. 1-2 now is the count. Well, the Indians, they need a clutch 2-out hit here. Tying run is at third. Pearl, he's due today. 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded back to the pitcher, and his last at bat on a very nice play by Whitley. This one's going to be popped up left side. It's going to get out of play. We'll stay at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 7-6 is the score. The Indians have put 4 on the board here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 more would be huge. Awaiting the 1-2 offering here. That one ripped but pulled foul once again.
Good job by Pearl there to foul that off. Battling here. Maybe you can get Tittle to leave one over the plate.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here for Tittle. You've got plenty of speed over at third base. Tittle a little confused on the pitch here. Oh, why is that not a pitch delay? We got that called on us earlier. That one hits him. And then the ball gets away. No, they're going to call it dead ball. Hey, here's the thing I like about that out of gun. He went anyway. He's like, the worst they can do is send me back saying it was a dead ball.
Now, up to the plate for your Indians, number 5, Houston
This
Green.
is Houston Green coming to the plate.
He had the big 2-out home run earlier in the game.
Love to see him have another one of those here. If he's got it in him. Runners on the corners with 2 outs here for the Indians. That pitch in there for a strike. One thing Tittle does well is throw that first pitch for a strike. And he's doing a good job of working high-low in the zone as well.
He is. He's got that little different arm action there. Drop that breaking ball in.
1-0 pitch. Oh, healthy swing. Snap throw down to first is not in time. Yeah, Green was thinking, I'm not going to tie this thing up. I'm going to give us the lead on that last swing. 0-2 now is the count.
Just a little out front.
Green awaiting the pitch. Runner will go now, and he's just going to step off and let the runner head to second anyway. He stopped.
Had another first and third play on there with Gunn at third. Good speed on the base pass there, but Bevill just give him the bag.
0-2 pitch. This one popped up out of play towards the soccer field. High drama here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The ICC has scored 4 to make it a 1-run contest. 7-6 here in game 2. Houston Green at the plate. A 2-run home run back in the 3rd. Since then, he struck out twice. Can he come up with another clutch hit here for the Indians? This one fouled back. And we'll reset and do it again at 0-2.
Good job by Houston there. Good pitch by Tittle. Breaking ball again. Fouling that off. Just like we said earlier, keep working, keep battling, and try to make that pitcher make a mistake.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here from Tittle.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. We'd said not stopping.
And so they do get the balk, and so ICC will tie the ball game on the balk. So the umpire coming and explaining to him what he did. And so we've got a tie game here.
It's supposed to be a 1 second, and I know that they say 1, but it's a 1 second stop there. Got to have the pause, and he's been questionable on a few there, and they finally got him on it.
So run scores, and the runner will head to third, but then there's a big swing and a miss for the strikeout. Nice job by Tittle to settle down and get the strikeout, but not before the Indians push 5 across the board to tie it up at 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got the 7th inning coming up here. It's going to be a fun one. Back with more right after this.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah,
Really? You can have it.
A Coke Zero and a smile.
We're Coke brand managers.
Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero adds life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da 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 da.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra. Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesar's new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust. Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesar's is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the top of the seventh inning. 7-7 is the score. We do have a change for the Indians. At first base now is Will Cavanis. Green has moved to third, and we also have a new pitcher in the contest, Solomon Smith. So changes across the way there. We were wondering if Henriquez was shaken up on that last play. It appears that he was, so hopefully he will be okay. All right, so who we got up here, guys? I think I'm off on my lineup.
Peters.
All right, so, Peters
leading off.
Is leading us off here to be the 6, 7, 8 batters for the Bears. At first pitch missing outside for ball one.
Big answer there by the Indians that inning. Be able to take advantage again. I had some walks there by Whitley when he started laboring, hit by pitch, and a big hit there by Gunn to come through.
There's going to be a ground ball. First baseman Cavanis gets it, tosses it over, and Solomon steps on the bag. 3-1 for the putout. Positive spot start there. We talked about it earlier. New guy on the lineup playing defense. The ball's going to find you, and it did there for Cavanis. No issue with the soft toss over and the out to Solomon.
Funny how that works in the game of baseball, isn't it, Gore?
It is.
Always seems to find the new guy on the field.
And so now with one out, this is going to bring Simpson to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today with a pair of walks. That one is missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count. One out, nobody on here in the top of the seventh. That one right down Broadway for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Nice job taking a little pace off of that one, that time by Smith. 1-2 now is the count. Awaiting the 1-2 offering here. Pitch on its way, and it's just fouled back. Oh, I thought he got him, but a great job there on the part of Simpson to find a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive. We'll sit at 1-2.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this. Put up a crooked number in the bottom half with a 5 spot. It's always critical to come back out, put up a 0 as a pitcher.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Second baseman finds it. Going to have to hurry. Throw across the way is in time. Beautiful play over there at second. 4-3 on the putout. That was not easily done, but Graham reeled it in and made it look easy. 2 away now. And this is going to be Landon Cherry. He is 0 for 2 with a walk, with a run scored. The Bears have been tough with 2 outs today. As there's going to be a hard hit ball, and it's going to get through for a little CNI single. And that's what I was about to say. I don't think the Indians have got a 3-up, 3-down inning all day today, and that continues here. That's a nice job going with the first pitch, delivered out there to left field. And so now a runner at first, and there's 2 outs, and Craycraft coming to the plate. Like we may have a change here. We're going to have a new runner entering here. This will be number 4 coming in to run for the Bears.
Pinch runner for the Bears, number 4, Robert Chapman.
So Robert Chapman will come in to run for the Bears. See if they may put him in motion here, see if they might try to get the runner in scoring position early. And they're going to say he committed to the swing, strike 1. 0-1 is the count here to Craycraft. Runner at first, representing the go-ahead run here for the Bears. 0-1 is the count. Smith's pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So Craycraft will step in and step out, now step back in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a runner at first. 7-7 is the score here in the top of the 7th. Snap throw over to first, not in time.
Definitely want to get Craycraft here. Don't want to get it back to the top of the order with McBride. He's had a good day so far.
Yeah, he's been red hot.
Want to get this 3rd out here in Craycraft.
So 1-1 is the count here. Craycraft at the plate. Swings, fouls that one back. Now the count goes 1-2. High drama here in Fulton. The Indians trying to rally and earn the sweep of Bevill this evening. They won the first game of the day, 14-4 in 5 innings. They just plated 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th to tie us up at 7. 1-2 pitch. Just missing outside. A boos from the Indians fans, a sigh of relief from the Bears fans.
Really good 1-2 pitch on that breaking ball. It was out, trying to get Craycraft to chase there. Good eye by him.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here. That one just missing. Ooh. There have been some high strikes called today. I'm not going to say that was a bad call, but it's one of those that.
Definitely borderline.
Yeah, borderline, but I do believe it was up. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Payoff pitch coming here. Smith. Runner goes, and he hits him. Not what you needed in that situation. And so now, again, the Indians, they have struggled to find those 3rd outs this afternoon into the evening.
Drake McBride.
And puts a runner in scoring position now for Bevill. Gets it back to the top of the order with McBride, who's had a really good day so far. McBride singled in the first. He is 2 for 3 so far with a walk in his last at bat, and of course that big 2-run home run.
Yeah, I don't know the ball landed yet.
Back
off
in
that
the 4th.
back off that 2-run home run he had, and he's got great speed as well. So Smith's pitch in there for a strike at the knees. 0-1 now is the count here to McBride. He's playing in left field. Runners at first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Indians trying to get out of here with no damage done. That pitch outside for a ball. Nice job there by Jackson to go out and find that one to keep the runners at first and second. 1-1 now is the count. Still 2 outs in the inning. Smith is the 6th pitcher of the day for the Indians. That one runs inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Right now, if you're Smith, you stop, catch your breath, get refocused, and get dialed in on the batter right now. Don't worry about the guys around you. Trust your defense behind you and get this out. Smith now takes the hill, checks the runner at second. Ready to deliver. That pitch runs inside for a ball. Now 3-1 is the count. Three balls, one strike, two outs. Runners on first and second. 7-7 contest here in the top of the seventh. Indians looking for the exit. Smith's 3-1 pitch. Popped up, and it's going to be over the head of the second baseman. This is going to score one, could possibly score two. It will. As they're going to relay this one in, they're going to ask the throw to come home. The throw is in time but dropped. Oh, tough break there for the Indians. The throw was in time. 2 runs on the board there for the Bears. Aggressive base running, a good call of switching the runner to come in with a pinch run there. And so just a tough break, a good piece of hitting, and as we said, McBride has been solid all game for the Bears. He comes in clutch once again. Not only that, ends up at second on the play.
Yeah, solid relay there. Get the ball in, gives us a chance at the plate.
That pitch outside for a ball. Well, now for the Indians, though, you got to find the out. Man, that third out has been notorious today for the Indians. The Bears have been able to cash in multiple times with 2 outs on the board, and that's what you got to do in those situations. Grounder, second baseman waits on it, gets it. Throw over is in time for the third out, but not before the Bears get a clutch 2-run single with 2 outs in the inning from McBride. The Indians, they'll be back with the 3, 4, 5 due up in the lineup. Kent, Jackson, and Thompson will take a break and be back and see if the Indians can rally in this one. Don't go anywhere, folks. Back with more right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesar's new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum. I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now up to bat for your Indians, number 9, Reed Kent.
It'll be Reed Kent to start us off here. The 3, 4, 5 batters. Normally this is right where you want to be in the heart of your lineup here. So ICC, can they put 3 more runs on the board? They just scored 5 in the bottom of the 6th to tie us up at 7. The Bears came up with a clutch 2-out single that scored 2 runs to take this 9-7 lead here into the bottom part of the inning. That first pitch from Tittle, high for a ball to Kent. Kent now stands in, looks at that one in there for a strike.
Yeah, Kent started the rally last inning, Gore, with a leadoff walk, so maybe he can get the rally started again.
He's got a 1-1 count now. And swings and misses on that one. Couldn't check his swing there. 1-2 now is the count here to Kent. Upset with himself as he knew he chased a bad one there. So now the count goes 1-2. Got to dig in here and protect the plate. Tittle delivers. And Kent fouls that one back. Good job finding a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive here. 1-2, steal the count. No outs. Bottom of the 7th, ICC trailing it by 2 after rallying with 5 runs to tie us at 7. Tittle set to deliver. And this one fouled back, and we'll sit at 1-2 once again. Well, they are playing Reed to hit something to the left side. If he can get something over the head of the second baseman, well, he's got a little bit of a hitch in his giddy-up from being hurt earlier. But if he can get something up the middle, maybe towards the right side, could lead off with an extra base hit.
Yeah, they're playing him to the outfield, or the opposite side gap, and playing him to pull on the infield.
That one down the line, and that's going to go possibly here as he is trucking around the bases trying to get to second, and he will limp in there. A clutch double off the bat of Kent. And yeah, you've got to run for him in this situation.
He was definitely struggling getting out of the box, and you can tell he's hurting.
Pitch running for the Indians.
Big at bat though for Reed, being down in the count, kept battling, then line that ball down the line. That's why you leave him in the game for that at bat.
Absolutely.
That bulldog mentality you were talking about earlier, Gore. He just tough, battled that out, and got that big hit to lead off the inning.
These old Dodger reference kind of look like Kirk Gibson trying to get around the bases there with that noticeable limp. But Whitfield will come in to run for him in this situation. Right now, if you're the Bears, you don't panic. That run means nothing right now
batting for your Indians,
for the Indians,
14,
other than making it a
Bryson
one-run game.
Jackson.
But now it's going to be Bryson Jackson coming to the plate, and we'll have another little break in the action here as look like we may have a call to the bullpen once again here for the Bears. Don't you dare go anywhere, folks. The Indians trying to rally in this one. Do they have some left in the tank? We'll find out when we come back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Pullen, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New pitcher in the game here, John Inglezos for the Bears, coming in a tight situation, a save situation, as the tying run at the plate here for the Indians. It was a double by Reed Kent to start the inning. It was a blister down the line. He was able to hobble his way to second, fighting through an injury. Whitfield's in to run for him. Now this is Jackson at the dish. Looks at that first pitch. Outside for a ball.
Jackson had some big moments last season these type situations. Let's see if he can come through again.
So waiting the 1-0 pitch here. That pitch in there for a strike. In on the hands a little bit. Didn't like that one. 1-1 now is the count. Runner at second. As we mentioned, if you're the Bears, you don't worry about him. Doesn't mean anything. This is the out at home right now that you're wanting to get here. As that pitch drips in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Inglezos coming in, filling up the zone here. Ahead in the count now, 1-2 with no outs and a runner at second. Jackson awaiting the pitch. Sees it, and there is strike 3. Breaking pitch just came in and froze him that time. And a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout for Inglezos. His first of the game, first out of the inning.
Thompson.
And this will bring Thompson to the plate here.
Big 12-6 breaker here from Inglezos. We've seen more of a slider sweeper from first two pitchers here from Bevill, and this one's top to bottom.
That pitch missing low for a ball. Thompson on the day, 0 for 2 with a walk. He struck out looking. Flew out to right field. Looks at that pitch, outer edge, called a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Whenever you get the chance, could you say that
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Checks the swing. Did he go? He's going to say he did. Oh, my. Did not even appeal to the infield there. The home plate umpire said he went. And that'll go for another strikeout. So now the Indians down to their final out of the inning.
Now up to bat for your Indians, number 7, Cannon Graham.
So Graham will come to the dish.
Yeah, that one's tough, Gore. I'm not sure
that's one of those, you as a home plate umpire, you got to go for help in that situation. So a tough break there for the Indians. Graham stands in and takes that one for a strike. Hey, let's give Inglezes a ton of credit. He's come in, filled up the strike zone in a very tough, tight situation here. 0-1 is the count. That pitch missing inside for a ball, getting a few chirps from the Bevill fans, wanting that one called a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Can the Indians spark a 2-out rally of their own? We've seen plenty of those this evening. Here from the Bears. Pitch coming. That one runs inside. Good job there by the catcher of the Bears. We don't know who the new catcher in the game is, but a great job there keeping that one in front of him to keep the ball getting away and allowing the runner to advance. 2-1 now is the count. This pitch fouled back and out of play. 2-2 now is the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second. Tying run at the plate here for the Indians. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Bears trying to sneak out of Fulton with a split here in this one. Pitch on its way. Ground ball, foul ball, and we'll do it all again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Graham at the plate. Inglezos on the bump here for the Bears. 2-2 pitch coming. It gets away and the runner's going to head to third. Well, again, if you're the Bears, you don't sweat that run simply because it don't win the game. It don't tie the game either. Tying run is at the dish right now. 3-2 is the count. Graham awaiting the pitch. Swings on this one, lips it deep to left field. Back to the wall, and it's off the wall. 1 run will score. And Graham will get a double, and the Indians are still in business here.
Great at bat by Graham. Just kept battling, fouling pitches off, and finally got one he could drive to the left there.
Thought for a second that one might have had enough legs on it to sneak out of the ballpark. but just tracked up and hopped off the dirt onto the wall. Good job
to bat for your Indians,
by the Bears to quickly get that one back in.
Cavins.
As now this will be Will Cavness coming to the plate. Getting his first at bat of the afternoon, or the evening, I should say. Takes that first pitch low for a ball. Tying run is at second for the Indians. 9-8 is the score. There's 2 outs here in the inning. Cavness swings and misses. Strike 1.
On cue with the 2-out magic again, Gore. Let's see if we can keep it going. A lot of 2-out hits today in Game 2 on both sides.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Cavness. There is 2 outs, as you mentioned. Runner at second. That is the tying run. Cavness looks at that pitch. Umpire thought about it for a second. Called it a ball. 2-1 now is the count. That was one of those pitches that you didn't know what he was going to stand up and call there. He kind of had a little bit of delay. But they called it a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Cavness. That pitch in there for a strike. Good job coming back. Again, that 12-6 style breaking pitch the Indians haven't seen all day. And that one sneaks in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. Can Cavness come up with a timely hit for the Indians? Or can the Bears get out of this one and escape with the win? Cavness fouls this one back. And we'll sit at 2-2. Nice job finding a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, good job there by Cavness. Not a hitter's pitch for sure. And then just keep that bat alive and hopefully, just like Graham did, get a good one he can drive.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. He pops this one up, but it's going to be out of play. And we'll sit at 2-2 once again.
Another breaking ball there, Gore. He's seen all breaking balls so far. You wonder if he tries to go to the fastball here.
So Cavness will dig in. Pressure situation here with 2 outs. Pitch coming. Swung on and missed for strike 3 and a huge Renaissance Bank strikeout over there as Iglesias celebrates, rightfully so, for that young man as he comes in clutch and gets the final out of the contest. 9-8, the Indians. Unfortunately, the rally comes up short here. We'll move instantly into our Renaissance Bank postgame report. And Minga, what you think?
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities today in Game 2 there, Gore. We talked about the inconsistencies there on the mound. Struggled all day there, even when get 2 quick outs in an inning and just could not find a way to get that 3rd out. Credit to Bevill. Whitley obviously pitched it well there until that 6th inning when he ran into the little bump there and with the walks. But and credit to our guys. They battled at the plate. You know, they could have easily turned it over and said, hey, we're struggling. He's filling it up and just thrown in the towel. But they did not do that. Continued to battle and made it the game and had opportunities to win the game there, but just could not pull it out.
Absolutely. Final line of the evening, 9 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Bears. They improved to 4-2 on the season. For ICC, 8 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They slipped to 2-2 on the year. We do have a little bit of meat left on the bone here. We got to pick a Samstown Market star of the game, and Minga, it's going to be a tough one here, but I you got to think in this situation, I mean, you got to go back to that 5-run 6th inning and kind of look at who came up clutch there. And Trey Gunn had that 3-run triple that got us back in the ball game. So
that's right.
Trey was 1 for 2 on the day with that triple, a run scored off that balk that tied the game. So he got us back in the ball game by himself there. So I'm going to go with Trey Gunn. Feel free to pick someone else of your own.
No, I agree with you. There very few just bright spots in Game 2, but that was a big one. And like we said earlier when we were talking, just the fact to be able to battle back there, clutch 2-out hit there from Gunn to get us back in the game there and give us the opportunity to try to go win the game.
Well, Minga, it was a fun evening with you. Appreciate you sitting in with us and hope you can join us a few other times when Dr. Boggs don't feel like he wants to work on a weekend.
Hey,
so
I always enjoy it. You know, anytime we can get up here and talk a little baseball and enjoy watching the Indians play. Definitely want Dr. Boggs back in here, though. He does a fantastic job with that, and he's the seasoned veteran for sure. So he'll be back in the booth. Don't worry. to all you out there that are listening in and watching, he'll be back for sure.
Indians win game 1 by the final score of 14-4 in 5 innings. The rally comes up short in game 2 as they fall 9-8. We'll be back here with ICC Baseball on Tuesday. Visit letsgoicc.com when those schedule changes and more updates for ICC Baseball throughout the season. So for Cal Brown, Colin Minga, I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton. Have a blessed weekend, and as always, roll Tribe.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.